You can find your scone mom at sconeprone.com.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking tired. I don't know, probably don't put a lot of thought into my scone business, but I finally started watching that British Bake Off show, and I wondered, just briefly, if anybody thought, oh, that's where she got that idea from. No, I had never watched it. And, you would think maybe I would watch it sooner because it has like all of my favorite things in like baking, and I'm an Anglophile. But nah. And when I was watching it, or, as I'm watching it, something that's really jumping out at me. Two things. One is, I know everybody says it's such a nice show, and it is nice. But I notice that even when they give the feedback nicely, like that's too dry or that's burnt, not actually, I feel like they give it in a more neutral way. They're not like, oh my gosh, that's burnt. But I feel so bad for the contestants. And also when they set the timers, oh my gosh, it's so nerve-wracking for me. So I was thinking about that because I've always been a very ambitious person. And I'm really realizing that I am not at the top of my game anymore, which is not like self-deprecation or whatever. It's just real. Like my machine is wearing out. I hope I have many good years in front of me. Who knows, right? But I was going to give an example of, like my driving. I'm a really good driver. I feel like I've just jinxed myself by saying that. And I've driven like, oh my gosh, like I'm a long hauler. And I'm just not as good as it anymore, especially with quarantine because I don't drive very often. And I don't feel like I'm a danger or whatever. I'll make the comparison to my eyes. I've had cataract surgery. I've worn glasses for a long time, but I will swear at one point, an eye doctor, I can never remember the difference between ophthalmologist and whatever. Bruce, if you're watching, Bruce is my eye guy. Anyway, I think at one point I had 20/20 vision. No, better than 20/20. So when it dropped to 20/20, then I needed glasses, right? Even though 20/20 is not perfect, whatever. What was my point? God, I'm so tired. I know, driving. So yeah, even though I'm not at the top of my game, I'm not like driving on the median or anything. And I'm trying to just pay attention and recognize these things as I get older, like what are my limits? And in my youth, the word limit to me was just like, that was just like firing off the gun at the starting line. Like, oh yes, I can drink that entire keg by myself. So I am liking, I don't like that my machine is wearing down, my personal body. I do kind of accept it. I take care of it. I'm really hitting the yoga pretty hard. But I think when I looked at the list I made for things I wanted to bake yesterday, both for orders that need to be fulfilled today and also some prototypes because I need to open the shop, there is no fucking way I was getting all that done yesterday. And I did my best. I got a lot done, but I got a lot to get done before my new delivery guy gets here in 4 hours. And I'm just going to show you a little bit. And I'm going to tell you what I do to calm myself down, and then I'm going to get going. So last night I made, can we see them? All right. So let's just keep going here. These are my new tea towel, hand towel, dish towels. Let's keep going. And okay, this is a great example of not being at the top of my game. And there's still, and there's more over here. It is biscotti central. I'm going to have to become the biscotti crone. And I love making it. It's a little bit labor intensive. It's a twice baked cookie. And now I have to dip them all in chocolate. But yeah, that was really ambitious of me. And I'm going to be really psyched when they're done. But I'm not, I don't know. I just need to, the oven's ready. Here's what I do to soothe myself. I may have already told this story, but that's part of my job, is to retell my stories. I tell myself when I feel the clock ticking, like on the Bake Off show or in real life, it's not insulin. And I don't tell myself that in a way like, oh, fuck the customer. Who cares if they get their scones on time or at all? I don't mean it like that at all. This is not about anybody else. It's about calming myself down because I was raised, let's not even get into the traumatic childhood thing. Inside of me is a lot of self-pressure. Like I have to get it done, I have to get it done right, I have to get it done on time. So and that can route joy from, I bake because I love baking. So I try to observe it and I just, I tell myself it's not insulin. Like if the order doesn't reach somebody or if it gets there late, it'll be sad. I can apologize. I can work to make it better. But if I'm going to be in here losing my shit, then that takes the fun away. So, just regarding the biscotti, okay, like talk about not being on top of my game. Spectre was here yesterday because she always whips the house into shape. And I don't mean just cleans up, she just brings so much great energy here. So she was hanging out afterwards and we were talking while I'm making the biscotti and I was trying to show off my math superpowers. So I'm looking at the biscotti recipe and I'm like, okay, I need 23 orders. So I need to make 46 batches. And then I proceeded to go down the ingredients, like 1 1/4 teaspoon, and I can double it and then convert it in my head from teaspoons to tablespoons. It's a little party trick, right? So I get all that done. And I mean, I had so much biscotti dough, I just didn't know what to do. It was incredible. And then it dawned on me after Spectre left. I was supposed to for 23 orders, I should have made 12 batches, but instead I made 46 fucking batches of biscotti. Fortunately, the dough freezes beautifully. I hope y'all order some biscotti once I get around to opening the shop again. And I don't know, there's your ramble. Gosh, I'm so tired. What do you tell yourself to calm down when the clock's ticking and you're on a deadline and, one time my friend Makoto told me I was on a writing deadline and I was just panicking or whatever. I was stressed out. He's like, look, just make it good enough, right? Good enough. It's not this is not the one you're submitting for a Pulitzer. Do the best you can and don't flip out. So what do you do to keep from flipping out? Okay, I'm out of here. God. Oh, and I had my first kiln explosion yesterday. We'll talk about that another day. Okay, I'll see you later.
Hey y'all, thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you'll like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this episode, I hope that you'll copy this link, share it with a friend, paint it on a wall, put it on your social media. That'd be great. Thanks a million. Take it easy.